So it's the second day of the World Cup, and guys, I think it's going well so far. Except that the opening ceremonies are kind of weird and the stadium is kind of empty, but it's going well, and we'll go through what happened in day 2 of the World Cup. But also, that's not the only story we got today, because we got the first trillionaire in the world. Yeah, it's crazy to even say, but Elon Musk became the first trillionaire ever. But also, that's not the only story, because the Iran and US war might come to an end soon. And I know we've been hearing it a lot, but right now we heard it from Iran. Before we've heard it from Trump. We've heard Trump saying that, oh, a peace deal is coming, it's gonna end. But this time we heard it from Iran, who's always been like, no, we're not signing a peace deal yet. But yeah, this time is different. So we'll go through all of those stories. But yeah, let's start with the second day of the World Cup. And it starts with South Korea versus Czech Republic game. And guys, I know that this is technically the first day of the World Cup, but in my time zone, it's the second day, so we'll just say it's the second day. Anyway, the game was beautiful. I loved that game. It was a 0-0 game for the first half, whatever first half, but that second half was crazy. A first goal from Czech Republic and then a comeback from South Korea. Beautiful. A beautiful game. I loved it. Honestly, it was a really good game. But then people realized something in the game. Like, as you see in the picture, the stadium is empty. Yeah, it's really empty. Like, there are a lot of empty seats. Even though FIFA said that 45,000 out of like 46,000 people came, it still looks like there are a lot of empty seats. And the reason is kind of obvious. The tickets started at $600. Seriously, like, the game, first of all, was played in Mexico. I don't know if there are a lot of Mexican people who watched or wanted to watch that game. Like, yeah, a lot of people went just for the vibe, but imagine paying $600 for a game that you don't care for. Yeah, not a lot of people would do that. And the problem is, this is just the start, because this World Cup is the biggest World Cup yet. Like, it has 48 teams. All the other World Cups had only 32 teams. So there will be a lot of games, and probably a lot of the games will have a lot of empty seats. Seats that should have been occupied by people or fans who wanted to see it if the tickets were cheaper. But FIFA did that new dynamic pricing thing, and because of that, we have empty seats. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that's FIFA's fault there. But then on the second day, we also had the opening ceremony in Canada. And if you don't know, we had the first opening ceremony yesterday in Mexico, and then the opening ceremony today in Canada, and then another opening ceremony tomorrow in the US, because those three are hosting. And to be honest, I loved the opening ceremony. Like, it had Michael Bublé, Ilyana, Noura Fatehi, a lot of like good people, and the show itself was beautiful. But still, people did not really enjoy it. They were like, yeah, it was nice, but it was not really World Cup vibe. That, I don't know. I honestly enjoyed it. I think it was really nice. Even though there was a little malfunction with the balloon that looked like a World Cup, it was supposed to float more, but some error happened. Anyway, the opening was good. And the most important part about this is that this is the first World Cup that is hosted in Canada. Like, I know this World Cup is hosted between Canada, US, and Mexico, but the US already hosted one in 1994, and Mexico already hosted 2 World Cups in 1986 and 1970, so they've got the experience before. But for Canada, it's their first time. And then there was the Bosnia and Canada game, and honestly, I thought Canada played so much better. Oh my goodness, they wasted so many shots! So many shots! But after all of that, Bosnia was the one to score first, and then Canada finally, like in the last 10-15 minutes, they scored another goal, so they equalized. So it's a 1-1. Canada got 1 point, Bosnia got 1 point. But the big thing about this is that this is actually Canada's first ever World Cup point. Yeah, they played in the 2022 World Cup, but they lost all 3 games. So this is kind of historic for Canada. They finally got a point, so congratulations to them. So far, the second day went well. Good games, kind of chill. People are still saying that the World Cup doesn't really start until tomorrow's game, where it's like Brazil versus Morocco. That's the game that everyone is waiting for, me included. But yeah, tomorrow is going to be a huge day, the US opening ceremony, Morocco versus Brazil. So yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Anyway, moving away from the World Cup and going to the next story that we have, which is Elon Musk becoming the first trillionaire in the world. To be honest, this is huge. I know that a lot of people have problems with it. Like, why do we need a trillionaire? But for someone to be a trillionaire in this world, this is kind of massive. Like, I'm not talking about whether it's good or bad. I'm just talking about how crazy it is. But how? How did he suddenly become a trillionaire? Well, You know SpaceX, right? The company that sends rockets to space and has a lot of contracts with NASA. I don't really know what they do specifically. I just know that they send rockets and they want to go to like Mars soon. But anyway, SpaceX just became a public company. They had their IPO this week. And guys, I did not expect that SpaceX would be worth $2.1 trillion because that's what it was worth today. After their IPO, SpaceX now is a $2.1 trillion company. Trillion dollar company. And because of that, because Elon Musk owns so much in SpaceX, now Elon Musk is worth $1.1 trillion. That doesn't even seem real. $1 trillion? But SpaceX as a company is huge on its own because, first of all, as I told you, it launches rockets and they want to go to Mars and all that stuff. Plus, there is Starlink that's cooperating with SpaceX, which has satellite internet. There's also Starshield that secure military communications, plus xAI, which is the AI company that merged with SpaceX. So now they have a lot of AI data centers and they're renting those data centers to huge companies like Google and Anthropic. So they're making a lot of money. All of those companies together, all of them under Elon Musk, yeah. Bro's owning so many different companies. He's controlling so much right now, and I don't know how much more is he gonna control. Like what is next? The difference between, like, I read something today and that was crazy, guys. The difference between the second richest man on Earth and Elon Musk is bigger than the difference between the second richest man on Earth and you if you only have $1. Yeah, seriously, this is just mind-blowing. Anyway, moving to the next story, and it's about the US and Iran war. And guys, I told you, yeah, the war is coming close to an end, but at the same time, there is still a lot of drama. Because today, everyone was excited. Trump's team was like, there's an 80 to 85% chance that the war is going to be done and the peace deal is going to be signed soon. And then Iran leaked something crazy. They leaked some of the terms that were agreed between Trump and Iran. And thing is, the drama is in those leaks. Because in the deal between Trump and Iran, apparently, according to Iran, what was in the deal is that the US will unfreeze billions of dollars in Iranian assets and they will waive sanctions of Iranian oil exports and they will give them major sanction reliefs, and also Iran will have access to frozen funds right after the agreement. And Iran also said that $300 billion will be sent to Iran so that they can rebuild the country after the war, okay? The problem is, Trump got really, really angry at that because he accused Iran of leaking false information, and he said that the terms that Iran leaked out have nothing to do with the terms that we agreed to. And he also called Iranian negotiators very dishonorable people. So at first we thought, yeah, the deal is going to happen. Iran even said we're accepting those deals. And then Trump just comes out and says that. But the thing is, even after Trump said that, Iran still insists that a deal is close. Like they might sign a deal pretty soon. Plus, Pakistan said that too, because Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif said that peace has never been this close. So who knows? Maybe finally the war will be done. They will sign a peace deal, but I don't know. I really hope that they do, but they really are going back and forth regarding this. Like, I don't know who to believe anymore, but as long as there's a peace deal that's going to be signed, I'm going to be happy. But we'll see. We'll see. We've been talking about this peace deal for like what now? 2.5 months? So yeah, we will see. And anyway, guys, again, if there are any stories that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comments. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow.